I booked a voiceover gig without even applying to it. Let me tell you the story. Hi, I am Viviana Saavedra. Welcome to my channel. In this channel, I share my journey as an actress, the lessons, the challenges, the bookings, and everything in between. So what has happened is that one day I saw an email, and the email said that I have booked a gig not that I have booked it, that I had an audition. I'm too excited about this story. So I'm like, oh, I booked it, but I did. But the first step is that I got an audition for it. And every time I get an audition, I get excited and I just get it done. I didn't even see where it was coming from or anything. And there is a point to this. I will let you know why that's important. So I just got it done. And then I started looking for where it came from, because I usually use different legit vetted sites to accept jobs, and if I book them, to actually go to where I booked the job, like the address where I'm gonna film it or record it. For safety reasons, I use those because they're vetted. But this one, I couldn't find where it came from. So I was like, okay, let me ask them. Let me ask where this came from. And so I just kind of let it go. I didn't ask yet, because I didn't book it yet, right? So, but then a few days later, I ended up booking it. So I was like, okay, well, that's awesome. I didn't even know I was gonna book it. I didn't know I was gonna get this job. This voiceover, not again, but just to make sure the story is more clear. This was for a very well-known ice cream brand. It was called for the Michoacana. It's a Mexican ice cream, very well known. Anyway, so I ended up booking the job, and after I booked the job, then I was like, okay, now I really gotta find out where it came from, because now I have an address to show up to for the day of recording, and I don't know where it came from. I need to know where it came from because of safety reasons. I don't want to show up to an address and something happened to me. So I ended up sending an email to the casting, because I was like, thank you so much for this opportunity. What did I say exactly? Something along those lines. Thank you for this opportunity. I look forward working with you. And however, I do have one question, and I just asked them the question. I said, where did you find me for this role? And they told me that they found me on Facebook. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. That made me feel a little bit more safe. So that was the reason I couldn't, that was the reason I couldn't track this job where it came from the legit sites that I usually use. Because mind you, I didn't even apply for this. So once they told me that it was from Facebook, and then they sent me all the information, and then I looked them up, and everything was fine. Everything was safe, thank God. So I ended up going and doing the voiceover, and I had a great time. I ate a lot of ice cream. And I really like the Michoacana ice cream, but that day I ate so much I didn't want to have another ice cream in like months. But now, a few years later, because I think I did this like maybe 2 or 3 years ago, I'm gonna say. And then now if somebody wants to give me that ice cream, or if I see it, I'm probably gonna eat it, because now it's okay. So yeah, that's the story. The whole point of this story is that I was prepared. My site, my Facebook Facebook is set up in a way that tells casting that I'm an actress, that I act. So that was an advice that I followed from my acting coach, who told me and tells the people she coaches, to set up our social medias in a way that is easy for casting to know that we're an actor. So I did that. I followed her advice, and I set it up in a way that looks like I am an actor. With my this links of my sites are on my Facebook, very visible. My headshots are very visible. And then when I book something, I also post it there. I post my updates there. So that helped me land a job with a voiceover without even applying for it. I was found. So it was helpful for me to find that advice. Not to find that advice, to follow the advice and put it into practice. So yeah, this is a part of my story of a journey as an actress. You're welcome to subscribe if you would like to continue to follow me on my journey as an actress. And I forgot to mention that now, because of that voiceover, because I did that voiceover job, now I'm able to also use that footage as a reel for future voiceover jobs. So yeah, this is just a really cool story I wanted to share with you. You're welcome to subscribe if you would like, and I will see you next time.